Hello and welcome to Rathod's IS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 14th October 2023. So in this session, we are going to see current affairs which are important from your UPSC point of view, and even if you are preparing for any other competitive examination, current affairs plays a very important role. So you will be getting good chunk of questions from this current affairs. So to clear those questions and to clear any examination, yes, you need to read one national newspaper. So the most preferable newspaper here is The Hindu, and we are going to see the today's important articles from your examination point of view. So first of all, we are going to see the Delhi edition of The Hindu, and we are pointing out which are the articles important, and we are going to learn which are the perspectives from that so and so topic, and even we are going to see detailed analysis of those topics. So don't skip this video. So watch this video till the end so that you will be getting a lot of important things that is important and relevant from our examination point of view. So without wasting any time, let us see the first topic. So this is a front page, okay. So first article is Israel tells Palestinians to leave northern Gaza. So here you have to know where is this Gaza Strip is located. So this is important from your map pointing point of view. From map pointing point of view, you have to see where is this Gaza Strip is located. And there is also one editorial which is regarding this Israel-Palestine issue and what is the India's opinion regarding that. So there we are going to discuss this topic in detail. And next topic is goods exports dipped but August tally lift outlook. So this article which is talking about imports and exports, especially is talking about exports. So here you have to see India's export data, like in which sector India is doing good in exports. And first of all, you have to understand what is this merchandise trade. Okay, what is this merchandise trade? So in this trade, we have to see two important components. So first one is our exports and second one is imports. So based on these exports and imports, we can say the condition of economy of a country. So if there are increased exports, means we can say that country is doing good in this manufacturing sector, which comes under secondary sector. So if imports are more, means, so if imports are more, so what it means? So there is low performance in this manufacturing sector and we are dependent on another country for the goods and services, and not only dependent, okay, not only dependent, but even we can say like, so it will be having impacts on our forex reserves as well. So whenever we are importing more, so even we can see there is a devaluation of currency, and even we can see like depreciation which is seen. So please let me know what is the difference between devaluation of currency and depreciation of currency. So those all will be the impacts. And whenever we are having more exports, then what happened? Appreciation of the rupee seen, and we can increase our production so that we can boost our manufacturing sector, so that will be boosting our domestic industries. And what happened, overall economy of the country will be good, the health of economy will be very much good. And one more thing here is, so these exports are also very important because that will be giving livelihood for the people, and even we can also generate employment opportunities. So in all these things, exports will be very important. So here in this context, you have to know about export data of India, in which sectors you are having the good exports, and we can see why there is a dipping in this exports. So here you have to see what are the challenges. So all these things are important regarding this topic. And if you move on, you can leave the city page simply, there is nothing much important. And even the states page also, there is nothing much important in our today's paper. So because of elections, okay, in the next month, so most of the articles will be political articles. So don't spend much time on newspaper. So don't read irrelevant articles, okay. So this article is also talking about the Muslim MP. It is also not important and relevant from UPSC point of view. And here you can see this is the article which is talking about India must pressure Israel to act responsibly in the face of terror. Yes, the terrorism which is spreading here, right? And actually these Hamas, they are attacking this Palestine and they want to occupy most of this Palestinian area, and they are saying that Palestinians, they have to left this areas which are inhabited by these Palestinians. Okay, so because of this, yes, the issue which is going on, and we have to see this topic in detail, and you have to see what is India's stand on this issue. And next one is a war that ends Saudi-Israel normalization process. Yes, this article is also connected to this article, and we are going to see these two together. So why? Because actually there is some changes in the foreign policies of West Asia is seen, right? So if you're talking about West Asia, so most of the countries, they are Islamic countries. So in these Islamic countries, we have two groups. First one is Shia and next one is Sunni. Okay, so for the Sunni Arab countries, who is the leader? Leader is Saudi Arabia, and for Shia we have Iran. So always there will be conflict between this Shia and Sunnis, right? So because of this changing of foreign policy in the West Asia, for example, recently we came up with this Abraham Accord. So Abraham Accord is a peace accord, right? So because of all these things, how this Israel-Palestine issue, which is going to have the changes or dynamics in this Saudi-Israel normalization process. So this is also very, very important article, and we have to understand what is going on around us. And you can leave this article in ground zero. And in this news page here, you can see terrorism for any reason is against humanity. So we are not going to tolerate this terrorism. So this is a thing which said by our Prime Minister. But actually one problem here is we have United Nations, so which is responsible for establishing of peace and stability and as well as security. But in this United Nations, there is no capped definition of this terrorism. So this is one cause of concern which mainly said. And now we are talking that in United Nations we need to come up with reforms, especially in this United Nations Security Council. Correct? So in this context here, this United Nations Security Council, it is a one principal organ of United Nations. So it will be focusing on ensuring peace and security of the countries. But in United Nations itself, so there is no proper definition, there is no consensus on the definition of terrorism. So it is one cause of concern, and you have to think about this. And next topic is Operation AJ. India brings back 212 citizens from Israel in the first flight. So here you have to know about what is this Operation AJ. So it is very important. So next one here is India's abortion law is pro-choice, liberal, ahead of other nations, says CJI. So if you're talking about abortion, yes, whether it is legal or illegal in India, yes, it is legal. So we have Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. So under this, abortion had been legalized in India. So why, what is the need? So why we need to legalize abortion? So why we need to go for abortions in India? So actually, at the time we got independence, yes, we have very high mortality rate. So especially at that time, we have high maternal mortality rate and as well as infant mortality rate, right? So because of some steps taken by the newly formed government, what happened? Yes, that led to decreasing of this MMR and IMR. Yes, no doubt. Yes, there is decreased MMR and IMR. But at that time, there were unsafe abortions. So women, they used to go for unsafe abortions. So because of unsafe abortions, which normally done, okay, by taking some homemade remedies or doing by the nurses, etc. So that led to increasing of death of women. So increasing of death of women at that time. So because of this, in 1971, government came up with this Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act, and it led to the abortion which had been legalized in India. Right? So here this act says that this abortion should be done by medical practitioner. Okay? So in this way here, especially to decrease the deaths in women who are going for unsafe abortions, so we came with that of legalizing of abortions in India. So recently, if you see one famous case, that is Roe versus Wade. In US, they said that abortion is illegal. So we can't go for termination of pregnancy. But in India, yes, we have legal. So here, our Chief Justice of India says that, so we have abortion law in India, and this abortion law is liberal. So earlier, whenever we came up with this Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act, it said that we can go for abortion till 20 weeks. And recently we came up with amendment and we increased that 20 weeks to 24 weeks. But why this Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act is in use? Because so one married woman, she want to go for termination of her pregnancy and she is at 26 weeks now. So but even the recent amendment said that we can go for termination of pregnancy till 24 weeks, but she want to terminate, but it is 26 weeks. Okay, so this is the issue now. So here you have to know about some facts regarding this Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act of 1971 and even what are the recent amendments. So that is very important. And in this page you can see there is one more article, that is government builds partnerships to make semiconductor chips. Semiconductor chips are very important for electronics, even for automobile industry. So without the semiconductor chips, we can't move in advanced era. Okay, so if you want to move forward in the technology, yes, we need to produce the semiconductor chips. So till now, we depended on other countries like South Korea and China, and we are importing the semiconductor chips. But now what happened? Our government want to produce the semiconductors in India, so that we are also encouraging private sector. So we are going to come up with this public-private partnership to manufacture the semiconductor chips. Okay, so this is the idea, and here you have to see what is the semiconductor and what are the advantages or what are the applications of this semiconductor chips. So it is very important. Okay, so now let us move on. And in the world page, so most of the articles are regarding this West Asia and Palestine-Israel issues. That's it. And in this business page, you can see one important article, that is West Asia conflict will not affect IMEC. So recently we said that we are going to come up with this IMEC. So IMEC is nothing but India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. So IMEC is nothing but India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. So we are connecting India with West Asia and West Asia to the Europe. Correct? So we discussed number of times, right? So please let me know what are the advantages of this IMEC in the comment box. Don't forget about this. So here this article says that because of this conflicts which are going on in this West Asia, so it is not going to have any impact on this IMEC. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said. And recently in our G20 meet, we came up with this concept of India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. Okay, so that is the thing that you have to remember. And these are the most important articles that you have to refer from this today's Hindu newspaper. And now let us try to see analysis also. So first topic, it is about goods exports dipped. So we are not going to remember any data. So there is no need of remembering any facts or any numbers here, because you are not going to write, because so this will be going to be changed. So one thing you have to see here is whenever in which year you are going to write your mains. So in that year economic survey you have to refer and you have to collect the data of that year. So that will become very much handy rather than remembering all the data now. Okay. So context says that even though goods exports declined for the 7th time in 8 months in September, so India's weak foreign trade performance so far this year appeared to be turning around as per data released by Commerce Ministry. So actually, which ministry releases this data? So data will be released by Commerce Ministry. So you can get a question like, so foreign trade data is released by which ministry? And you will be getting like Ministry of Economic Affairs, MOSPI and Commerce Ministry, okay, like that. So which ministry, that is Commerce Ministry, will be releasing this data regarding foreign trade. So it said that, so this export constitute about $5 billion to August trade tally. So this is the thing which mainly said. So here you have to see, like you have to remember one thing, there is decreasing of exports from last 7 months or 7 times in the last 8 months. Okay, there is no need of remembering this data which is given. Okay, so let us see in which areas India is performing good in our exports. So first one here is in engineering goods. So actually, if you see in financial 2022, there is 50% of growth in exports in this engineering goods. And we are exporting like pumps, tools, carpets, air compressors, engines, generators, etc. in this context. And next one is agriculture products. So agriculture exports, they were buoyed by the government push to meet global demand for food amid pandemic. So actually, because of this pandemic, supply chains had been disrupted. And because of this Russia-Ukraine conflict, so many European countries which depended on this Russia and Ukraine for their food, yes, now they are seeing for the alternative. And as you know that India is the largest exporter of food grains, yes, we are exporting the food. Okay, and in this context, especially you have to remember about non-basmati rice exports and as well as basmati rice exports. So they are very high in India. And next one here is regarding this textiles also. Yes, we had good exports in this textile sector. So in the textiles and apparels, so India's textile and apparel exports, they stood US dollars 44.4 billion in financial year 2022. And it also says that there will be 41% of increase on this year-on-year basis. And next one is government is also coming up with some schemes like mega integrated textile region, that is Mitra Parks. So because of this Mitra Parks, especially we are boosting this exports in this textiles and apparel industry. And regarding this pharmaceuticals and drugs also, India is the 3rd largest producer of the medicine by volume. And in the world, India is the biggest supplier of generic drugs. So because of this, you can say like India is a savior of life in the world. And next one is India supplies over 50% of African requirement for generic drugs and around 40% of generic drug demand in US and 25% of medicine in UK. So you can understand what is the role which played by India. And because of this, many countries, they want to come up with tie-up with India, especially to ensure the medicine security in their countries. And next one is challenges. What are the challenges in this export sector? So actually, if I want to export something, so I want some credit, right? So I am not going to get that credit, okay? So access to affordable and timely finance is one important challenge which are faced by these exporters. And next one is, one more problem here is there is high interest rates and they need some collateral. Collateral means nothing but if I am approaching any bank for get the loan, so So they will be asking like, so what can you keep as a security or surety? So whether they will be asking land documents or house documents, etc. So many people, they do not have this collateral to keep as a surety or security in the bank, so that they will be not getting the loans. Right, so these are some important challenge. And next one here is limited diversification of exports. So India's exports basket is concentrated in few sectors. For example, we are exporting more this engineering goods, textiles, pharmaceuticals. So it makes it vulnerable at global demand fluctuations and the market risk. And next one is there is limited diversification of exports. Okay. And next one is there is rising of protectionism and the deglobalization. So because of this, yes, it is affecting the exports of the countries. So these are some important things, and these are some important facts that you have to remember. And what are the things which are important from even means I discussed now. I hope you understand this topic regarding so how exports are very important and what are the challenges which we are facing. And next topic, it is about balancing policy. So this article, it is talking about India's stand on Israel-Palestine issue, and even you have to see like Saudi-Israel relations, how it is going to be changed. So this topic is important from your international relations, which comes under GS paper 2, and this topic is important from your mains, and from your prelims you can get map based question. You have to see the map. Is that clear? And now let us see this article in detail. So India was one of the few countries to oppose United Nations partition plan in 1947. So because of this, yes, even India, which is having its own foreign policy regarding this West Asia. So India recognized Israel in year 1950. In year 1950, India recognized Israel, but it is also the first non-Arab country to recognize Palestinian Liberation Organization. So this Palestinian Liberation Organization, it is the sole representative of Palestinian. And even India is also one of the first countries to recognize statehood of Palestine in 1988. So in 1988 itself, India supported for the statehood of this Palestine. So in recent times, yes, foreign policy it is changing, and India is shifting towards in the favor of Israel. Okay, so that policy is called as de-hyphenation policy. So earlier we have policy which is pro-Palestinian, and but now we are moving towards this pro-Israel. So this is called as de-hyphenation policy. Okay, so why? Because foreign policy will not be static. Okay, so based on the relations, so based on the happenings around our country, and based on the happenings around even the relationship with the other countries, that will lead to changing in the foreign policy. Such type of change is called as de-hyphenation of policy. So it is very important and you have to know about that. And if you're talking about what is the impact of assault on Israel-Saudi Arabia ties. So one of the reasons for Hamas assault on Israel, it is nothing but to bring this Saudi Arabia and Israel together. Okay, so Israel, why they are attacking? Because they want to come together with Saudi Arabia and other countries that may be interested in normalizing of relations with Israel. So whenever it is doing something, right, so everyone will be seeing at that country, so that so if it is helpful for the other countries, so they will be coming and they will be having the good relations. For example, like Saudi Arabia. So Hamas, they have highlighted the threats to Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque as well. So because of this, the continuation of Israeli blockade on Gaza and Israeli normalization with the countries in the region. So actually it wants to increase its power. And they also came up with this de-hyphening this Saudi Arabia from Israel, that will help the promotion of this Muslim Brotherhood, and even they want to have territorial sovereignty over Arab and as well as Middle East region. And actually they want to come up with normalization of ties of regional powers with Israel, and that will helpful for further strengthening of the position of Israel. And next one here is Israel also came up with improving of ties with other countries like UAE, Egypt, Saudi Arabia. That will provide even infrastructure development, and that will create interdependence and interrelationship as well. So all these things are very, very important. Okay, so this is about this topic. And next one here is, which of the following countries of Southwest Asia does not open out to Mediterranean Sea? Actually, this question which appeared twice. Same question. So here you have to say option Syria, Jordan, Lebanon and Israel. So this type of map based questions you can expect if there is any country which is seen in news. Clear? And now let us see next topic. It is about India's abortion law is pro-choice liberal ahead of other nations, says CJI. So here you have to know about some facts regarding. So which is the Medical Termination Pregnancy Act which is present in our country. So what are some facts and even what are the recent amendments. So all these things are important. So if you see context, it says that CJI, that is Chief Justice of India, that is nothing but our Chandrachud sir. So he said India's abortion law, which is very much liberal to all, and even it is based on the choice of women, and it is also ahead of other countries as well, because recently you have to see this Roe versus Wade judgment of USA, which had been said that abortion is illegal. So here this case is in news because of a 26-week pregnant want to go for termination of the pregnancy. So if you're talking about the details, it says that medical termination of this pregnancy act, which allows women to go for abortion even after 24 weeks limit if the board of doctors agree that continuation of pregnancy was a risk to her life. Yes, if the continuation of pregnancy is risk to the life of mother, then she can go for termination of pregnancy even after 24 weeks. Okay, when it can be done? So when there is any medically abnormality or enormity which is detected in the fetus, then only we can go for that. So if healthy pregnancy is there, we can't go for termination of pregnancy. And if we're talking about this abortion law in India, in 1960s, Union government constituted Shanti Lal Shah Committee. You have to remember this committee name whenever you're writing your introduction, your means answer. Yes, you can quote this Shanti Lal Committee. So this committee which prepared a draft for legalization of abortion in India. And finally in 1971, we came up with this Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. Because at that time, unsafe abortions used to happen. For example, the things that I came to know here is, so if you want to go for abortion, especially they used to take like pepper powder with the boiled egg and they used to eat, and even papaya leaf and raw papaya that used to be eaten by the women so that they will go for abortions. And even they will use some unsafe technologies as well so that they can go for termination of the pregnancy. Okay, so because of all these things, what happens? So it will be very much harmful to the health of mother, right? So because of this, to reduce this maternal mortality due to unsafe abortions, so we came up with that of legalizing of abortions in India. So it set an upper limit of the gestation period like 20 weeks when we came up with this act, that is in 1971. And in that act also said that these abortions need to be done by only doctors with specialization in this gynecology or obstetrics. And under this 2021, we came up with these amendments regarding this medical termination of pregnancy, and it permitted if it is based on the medical opinion and fulfill at least one of following reasons. So when can we go for abortions? Like if pregnancy would involve a risk in the life of the pregnant woman, so even at 24 weeks also we can go for abortion. If pregnancy result in any injury to woman physical or mental health. So if unborn child suffer from any serious physical or mental abnormality. So nowadays, yes, we have technology and we can diagnose any disease that is going to suffer by the fetus or if there is any physical or mental anomaly. So we can identify that. So if there is any physical or mental abnormality, yes, we can go for termination of the pregnancy. And the pregnancy can be terminated up to 24 weeks of gestational age. So when means if the woman is either a survivor of sexual assault or rape, when the woman, she is a minor, and if her marital status has changed during the ongoing pregnancy, or if she is going for divorce, or if she is a widow, okay, then she can go for abortion. And if she has a major physical disabilities or mentally ill, or if fetal malformation is happening, or if there is any abnormality in the fetus, yes, in these cases we can go for abortion under this Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act of Amendment 2021. And next topic is Operation Ajay. India brings back 212 citizens from Israel in the first flight. So this article is also very important. And now let us see this topic. So here India brought back first batch of citizens from crisis hit Israel under this Operation Ajay. So here if you see details, it says that the first flight carried about 212 citizens who had registered with the Embassy of India. Okay. And because of worsening of security situation in Israel, so they had been brought back by our Indian government. So it is the responsibility of government, right, to take care of diaspora. So because of this, we have established embassies in the different countries. For example, if I am on other country, so if I am staying in another country, so if there is any problem that I am facing, so I can directly report the problem of me in Indian embassy so that I can seek help from Indian government. So in the same way here in Israel, the people who are facing issues, so they can report, like I have to go back to India in Indian embassy, then Indian embassy can give the proper support. And if you are talking about this facts regarding this Operation Ajay, so India has launched this Operation Ajay to bring back Indians from Israel. Okay, because of this conflict which escalated in this Israel. And Israel has declared war against Hamas and set up a war cabinet. So here, because of this, here Operation Ajay, it is not technically an evacuation operation here. So it is operation to repatriate citizens from Israel. That means to bring back citizens from Israel. And the special chartered flights, they will bring back Indians. And Indian naval ships also been deployed. Okay, if there is any need. And there are about 18,000 Indians in Israel and about 16 in Palestine. A dozen they are present in West Bank and 3 to 4 people in Gaza. So because of this, yes, we have to take some help. And this one here is government mulls partnerships to make semiconductor chips. So semiconductor chips are very, very important for economic development. Okay, so especially in this electronic technology or in electronic field and automobile sector, we need this semiconductor chips. Okay, so we are going to take even the help of artificial intelligence, and also we are taking the help of private people so that we can come up with public-private partnership in this semiconductor manufacturing in India. So now let us see the context. It says that 6 working groups which have been formed to mold the Indian government's artificial intelligence roadmap. And finally, we said that we are going to come up with this public-private partnership to make these semiconductors for this AI-based applications. So to come up with this AI-based applications, artificial intelligence-based applications also, yes, we need this semiconductor. So semiconductor chips are very, very important. So if you're talking about the semiconductors, they are nothing but they are the materials which have conductivity between conductors and insulators. So insulators means they will not allow this current to flow, right? So they will not conduct the electricity. So here these conductors, they will allow, they are the good conductors, right? So they are allowing the current to move or electricity to move, but these insulators, they will not allow. So these semiconductors, they will be having the properties of both. And which are the materials used for the preparation of these semiconductors? So we are using silicon, germanium, Okay, and even other compounds like gallium arsenide and cadmium selenide, etc. And they are basic building blocks, and they serve as heart and brain of modern electronics equipments. And these chips, they are now integral part of contemporary automobiles, household gadgets, and as well as in essential medical devices and electrocardiogram machines. So everything now you are using is semiconductors. And what is significance here is these semiconductors, they are very much essential to almost all sectors of economy. For example, which includes even aerospace, automobiles, communications, clean energy, information technology, medical devices. In all these sectors, we are using the semiconductors. And even there is a very high demand for these critical components as well. For example, like creating creating global chips shortage and resulting in the lost growth jobs, etc. So what happened? So here, because of this lack of supply of this semiconductors during this COVID-19 pandemic, due to supply chain disruptions, so which mainly led to increase of job loss, increase of employment loss, so increasing of livelihood short because of this chip shortage. And semiconductors and displays, they are the foundation of modern electronics. So especially if you want to be forward in the industry 4.0 phase, yes, we need to have this semiconductor chips. So because of this, it is very important. Okay, now I want to introduce this course, that is mains answer writing program in this Rathod Science Academy. So it has been started on this Monday itself. So you can join this course. It is not much late. So here we are covering entire your GS, which includes GS1, GS2, GS3 and GS4. So daily one question will be given based on the schedule. And on Sundays you will be having essay and case study practice as well. So in this course we are going to provide model answer for each and every question and case study. And we also provided with you the detailed evaluation of your answers that you wrote. And we are going to give you the feedback. So in that feedback you will be getting like which answer you wrote and what is the content you involved, and even we are going to give you like, so whether you address to the demand of the question or not. So here if there is any report or any data, any current affairs, any Supreme Court judgment, so that you have to include. So we will be giving you the deductions, and we will be seeing like whether you are presenting well or not, like including the diagrams, flow charts, etc. So if there is any scope of drawing diagrams, so we will be letting you know about that, so that you can get the good feedback, so that you can improve your answer writing skills. And there will be live doubt clearing sessions on every Sunday, that is through Zoom, so that you can raise your voice, so that you can clear your doubts. So in that session we are also going to practice essay and case study. So I will be giving you the ideas regarding essays, and I will be giving you the time to write essay, so that you can write the essay, so that you will lose the fear. And even that sessions will be two-way interactive sessions, so that you can also improve your communication skills and you can lose your fear of talking. Okay, and this course cost is 8,200 rupees. So even if you can't pay that amount in one go, you can pay in 2 installments. So if you want to join this course, you can talk to me directly on this number 8074765513, and even you can visit our website Rathod's IS Academy to subscribe to this course. And one more thing here is, if you want to get the notes of this class, so you can join the Telegram channel. You can join the Telegram channel, that is Rathod's IS classes. So there you can get the notes, and whenever you are posting the video, you will be getting that video link in the channel, so that you will be not missing any video. And the next one here is, this is our Rathod's IS Academy YouTube channel. You have to subscribe to this channel, and here you can see like in the playlist, here you can see mains answer writing practice course. So here we uploaded a lot of videos regarding how to improve your mains answer writing, and here you can see there is a live interaction on mains answer writing. So you can understand how we are interacting with the students in this mains classes. And next one is, this is our Rathod Science Academy website. So first of all, whenever you are visiting our website, you have to click on login and register. So if you are the person you have not yet registered in our website, you have to click on do not have account, and you have to fill the details and you have to register. And after once you register with your mail ID, then you can go back and you can log in with your account, and you can click on the courses. You can click on this course list, and these are the wide range of courses that we are offering in the Rathod IAS. And if you want to watch demo videos, you can click on play course and you can watch 3 demo videos without paying a single penny. And if you like that, then only you can subscribe to this course. And here we have this main science reading course. You can click on buy course and you can complete the process, okay, so that you can join the course. And here, this is our foundation course for UPSC CSC 2024 and 2025. So in this course, we are going to provide entire GS. So the classes will be from basic to advanced level. So even if you have zero knowledge regarding the subject, if you watch that videos, yes, we can ensure you that you are going to get the subject without any doubt. And here, this course which includes both recorded and live classes, and you will be also getting prelims test series, prelims booster course, and mains answer writing course and mains test series. Everything will be included, and the cost here is 45,000 rupees, and that too for 2 years. And one more thing here is, you are also going to get personal mentor so that you can clear your doubts. Okay, so this is about this course, and that's all for today. So these are the important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. So by this I'm concluding. So if you really like this video, hit the like button and share this video to your friends also. And if you are watching this Rathod IAS Academy for the first time, please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.